And Lisa, are you surprised that they are done with the defense case?
Yes, and I think just like the judge, I was equally shocked because it did come out of left field. You heard the state say we were expecting 40 more people going forward, then all of a sudden, out of left field, the defense rests. So I think it was a shocker to everybody, including the judge. What led up to all of that, regarding the judge feeling disrespected and having somebody storm out based on her rulings and bringing all those things up at that particular point, I believe was uncalled for because all of this is on the record. So she had done a great job, I think, up until till that point, and we've seen her on other trials, and I think she was incredibly professional, this judge, but I think that was just a little bit out of line.
Well, Lisa, you're a sassy person in my mind, but did you think that was too much sass by the judge or she went too far?
I mean, the way she did it, it was professional in that she wasn't screaming. She was irritated, and it did bubble to the top. So you get to a point to where how your buttons are going to be pushed and how you're going to respond, we don't know. But it is her job to be professional and to make that statement. That they decided to rest and that was it. Of course, if they made that decision this morning, it's perfectly okay. But I think what was paramount is when the judge asked who will be calling the next witness. And she says, well, if we do, it would be me. But the decision was already made to rest. So that's where it seems like there's this chess game happening. And I could see where she felt that she was being taunted.
Now, keep in mind, after all of this, the judge had to address Nicholas Cruz about his right to testify. Take a listen to this.
So you're still under oath, do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, your lawyers have indicated that you're going to rest your case. That means that they're not going to call any additional witnesses. Have you had the opportunity to discuss this decision with your lawyers?
Yes, I have.
And have you had enough time to consider this decision?
Yes.
Are you comfortable with this decision?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any witness that you know of, either listed or not listed, that you feel needs to be called by your lawyer or lawyers that has not already been called?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand, we had a motion about your brother testifying, and his lawyer came and we had a hearing on it, and based on your decision to rest, your brother's not going to be testifying. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand at a later time you can't come back and say, hey, my brother was supposed to testify? The courts are going to tell you that you waived that right to have your brother and any other listed or non-listed witness testify in this matter. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand you would have the opportunity to testify if you so chose?
Yes.
Do you understand by resting, you're telling me, Judge, I don't want to testify in this case? And I will instruct the jury that they may not consider that in any way whatsoever, because that's your right under the Constitution. However, I need to make sure that you are comfortable with that decision. Are you comfortable
Yes,
with your decision?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened or coerced you into making that decision?
No, ma'am.
And you've had an ample time to discuss your lawyers, the pros and cons of all of your decisions that you're making here with them today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you feel that they've included you in these decisions that are specific to your case?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Cruz, even though you don't maybe know the person by name, if there's any person that you remember either meeting with or talking with your attorneys about, anything to that effect, you could always describe the person to your lawyer, as in what happened to this person or what happened to that person. Is there any person that you recall being listed as a witness or having met with or having discussed that you may not know their name, but you know who they are, and you feel that that person needs to be called?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to speak to your lawyers in
Okay.
private, okay, so you can make absolute sure. Did you go to white in my phone?
So guys, after seeing that, does it seem like Nicholas Cruz really cares at all about what happens in this case, Lisa?
Well, remember, he had jail writings. They found his diaries, and he basically said he wanted to die. So if it were up to him, these are his own words in his own writing. He had verbalized it to people that he wants the death sentence. So yes, it does seem like that. Look at how quickly we got to a guilty. We didn't need a trial. He pled guilty to 17 killings and shooting 17 and injuring 17 additional people. So he knows his fate is sealed, and by his own admission, he wants to die.